What's good, YouTube? We're back today with another market watch, and I know you may be a little tired of these market watches. Things have been going insane with Link Reigns pack, with YCS Dallas on the horizon, with the OCG releasing so much awesome stuff like Security Dragon, showing Grinder Golem combos. So let's go ahead and look at what's happening. And the first thing are the Synchros are going crazy nuts because of the Link Reigns pack. If you didn't know, we have our new Crystron Needle Fiber, a link rating of 2, Water Machine link effect, 2 downward pointing arrows. That's very, very important for links. And it basically opens the door back for Synchros because he is amazing. Now, he specifically takes a tuner, but you can actually summon Quasar and Pendulum Magicians now using 1 Tuning Magician and 2 other monsters that you would regularly be playing. It's kind of just nuts and insane. But realistically, that's not the competitive aspect of it, making that much of your resources in your extra deck towards that specific play. But let's go ahead and read him and see why all these Synchros are shooting up and show you what Synchros are kind of shooting up and what I think will be happening with other Synchros. So you can only use each of this card's name's effect once per turn. So hard once per turns on both effect if this card is Link summoned. You can special summon 1 level 3 or lower tuner monster from your hand or deck and face up defense position. Also, it cannot activate its effects this turn. So basically, you get whatever specific tuner you might already be running in a Synchro deck out to the field for free when this card's summoned. Then during your opponent's main phase or battle phase, a quick effect, you can banish this card. Special summon 1 tuner Synchro from your extra deck. This special summon is indeed treated as a Synchro summon. So, what's our biggest Synchro tuner? There's Coral Dragon, a level 7 Synchro tuner that you can just pop on out there. And he has the effect of once per turn you can discard a card, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. And if this Synchro summon card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you draw a card. So it basically guarantees if this would go off the field during your opponent's turn, you get a resource back in a sense. It's $16 right now. It was like at 7 something this morning. Somebody messaged me noticing it was creeping up, and then it just exploded. Mainly this card has been targeted because it's not in the Mega Tens. That's realistically it. And I haven't really seen too many new combos with Coral Dragon yet. I'm sure they'll pop up. I'm sure there's combos with pretty much everything out there going crazy with Synchro players who are just ready for it to be back under Master Rule 4. This is an enabler for 2 zones that you will easily run naturally within your Synchro deck. It's pretty nice, but Coral Dragon, I think, is a little overhyped here. I think we'll see it trickle back down. We have no clue when we're getting Link Reigns pack. We have no clue when it will be implemented for the TCG, so wait for this to chill out before you get yours, in my opinion. It's 15 lowest before 18 on eBay. It was completely bought out there for the most part as well, besides the listings that were already up. But you see the cheapest one's already a new listing, and then the next one's new. Something to be wary of, it has an oversized promo, so if you're looking to play one, this card can't be used in a duel. You can't just get the oversized promo and use it. Don't accidentally buy that instead of your actual Coral Dragon. Next up is Formula Synchron, the first card I actually think of whenever I hear, oh man, Synchro Tuner, is Formula Synchron. You get that draw, and that's very important. And also during your opponent's main phase, you can Synchro summon using it. That's really good with the new Crystron's effect. So, Formula, its secret rare is its highest rarity, period. You can get it cheapest, it seems, at $8.33 here. But over on eBay, the actual cheapest is from Canada. We have it at $6 some odd before it's $8, but it quickly goes up on both platforms. Now, this isn't the only rarity you can get. You can actually get very, very cheap holo rarities right now. Dual Saga, 75 cents. Gold Rare, Secret Rare, $1. You have the Gold Rare over here, the Gold Rare, $1.47. You're fine on getting your Formula Synchron, but if you're a Synchro duelist and you for some reason let your formulas go, you're like, Master Rule 4, I'm done with the Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm done with this deck. Get them back now while they're dollars and cheaper. I personally would pick up the Dual Saga variant if I was going, or maybe look for the Ultra German ones. I love those old Ultra Advent Calendar ones. I actually don't know how much that is. Ultra Advent. Let's see if Advent comes up. Nope. let's see here. And then the DUSAs are going to show up first. But I don't know the set for it. It may be AC. I won't dig too much for it. Yeah, AC, Advent Calendar. You can get it at $2.50 near mint. You need a translation. You can use a printed translation. But this is my choice of rarity that I really like for Formula, personally. Omega is kind of still up at $12 from where he was. I think it's pretty crazy that he's lower than a Coral Dragon, but since Battles of Legend, it's kind of been that way until very recently. And now with the new spike, Coral Dragon's passed him back. If Synchros are huge, Omega is also one of the first cards I think of. It's going down because people are going away from Pendulum Magicians, preparing for Spirals. As they go down, I would definitely consider getting these if you're going to be a Synchro Duelist while they're at the cheaper price. In fact, you can pick one up under $10, brand new listing right now at $9.50. Before it's $10.90, $11, $11, $11. So you can get yours for a decent price for what Omega is, but if we actually enter a Synchro era again, which we've already seen, we started with a Pendulum era. It's very viable that Synchros could break out in Master Rule 4, especially with that crazy Crystron card. You might want to have Omega sooner than later. And one card you have no excuse not to get is Trishula. At $2, one of the most powerful one-ofs in the games. You have 2 rarities. You can get a secret rare from Battles of Legend, or you can get the DUSA at Ultra Rare. You have no excuse not to have a Trishula. You cannot complain if this card goes up in the future. Get yours right now. There's no reason not to have it. Every other version is still relatively cheap. On original high-speed riders, $447. Of course, you would realistically want the original from Hidden Arsenal, which is still seems to have a high market price. But so does this, and it's obviously way cheaper than its market price. And the dual terminal sitting cheapest, $53.33. I think that's the cheapest I've seen it. Except for at one point it might have hit 40 while it was banned, I want to say. But this is the cheapest in recent memory that I can think I've seen it at. So if you're going to be a Synchro Duelist, these are going to be some of the cheapest prices you'll ever see on Trishula. And also to note, to wrap up the Synchro stuff, Crystrons weren't in the Megaton. If Crystrons are a deck you've peeped before and you think this might bring it back, I personally don't think they'll be the premier Synchro deck if Synchros make a comeback, but they're very cheap right now, and none of the Hollows were in the Megaton. The Commons were, I believe, none of the Hollows were in the Megaton, so you might want to get your sets of those if you think there's viability to it. Skarm has gone crazy. Look at that market price of $3 for the Super. You have 24 lowest on TCG. Already on eBay, we have a $15 one if it's not gone. Yep, $15. I literally walked in, told my roommate Skarm's up crazy. I saw it on Zodiac. You might want to list yours for $15 on eBay. This is not his, I promise. But because he hasn't even listed it. This was when I came in, this was here. But somebody else had the exact same thought I did and instantly listed theirs at $15. It's pretty crazy out here, but the gold rare is still sitting at about $1. Graph has tripled in price to $1.50 from about 64 cents. So what a climb. But he's a one-up, so the people buying out things didn't really target him so much, and he's still sitting at about $1.50 for the near mints. And also, why I always keep light played / played stuff is for Synchro specifically. Maybe you guys are fine with getting like a played copy of a Synchro rather than having to pick up a mint one, because you might be looking for cheaper options for your extra deck. So a lot of people ask continuously, why don't you just put the near mint ones on? Because not everybody only wants mint, but I referenced the near mint price as the realistic lowest price. BA Hype, the link is very viable. OCG is already pumping out combos, but they have BA, I think, a little more powerful than we do, if I'm not mistaken. But it's still going to be really good over here, in my opinion. I expect it to be topping the regional scene, unless there's some kind of crazy core set that just comes out and kind of annihilates what Link Vrains pack will do. I think Link Vrains is the crazy game-changing pack. Definitely expect to see it impact our meta. Firewall Dragon is crazy up another $5 from when I last showed it at the $45 range. Robbie, Cole, and I were talking about this. This is kind of the YCS Dallas effect. People are buying them up. They're actually going to be playing Spirals at Dallas. I believe there's a Cali YCS announced. And then we have our Christmas season. It really actually just slows down for singles. So if you're not playing in regionals or YCSs, don't bother. Wait for it to either chill out on its own or for that reprint to come. It was the fastest ever reprint in the history of cards in Japan, with its reprint being, I think, less than 6 days from its release with a jump promo. It was faster than Dark Magician and Blue Eyes with their structure decks for Japan. So just chill out on this. We should eventually get the alter art ourselves, or some kind of variant that gives it some coolant. 46.47 on eBay. It's going haywire for Dallas. It's going to be this way for a little bit, but if you're not playing in events, don't rush out to get yours. It'll climb a little more maybe, but it should be chilling in a bit. Also, thinking of synchros, I noticed the soul charges are all up versus their market price. We have $4 for the Dual Saga versus $3.50. Not the most significant climb. $4 versus $3.89 on the Dual Saga Ultra. This is the Dragon of Legend Ultra, my bad. And we have $3 versus $2.74. Just to note, all the holo versions are up. This is actually down versus its market price a little at $2 for the common, but on eBay, the lowest is around $3 before it starts to climb. I would just have Soul Charge now. If you want a holo variant, pick yours up. It's a one-of that you should never not have access to in your arsenal. Never not have access to. Yeah, I said that correctly. But the common was in one of the most ripped over structure decks ever. The Monarch structure deck, as you might know, Emperor of Darkness. It realistically is a card that's just sitting in a lot of people's houses, and I thought you guys might not know that you had a $2 sitting there. I would still have access to this, but if you want a holo variant, now's the time to grab before it just keeps creeping on up. I can only see it getting reprinted as like an ulti soon. Next up is Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier's been going pretty crazy up. ABCs are getting a buff with Destrudo. I don't know that it's necessarily worth it coming forward, but it is pretty darn good in ABCs. Infinity's never a joke of a card, and of course this was, as I mentioned before when it was $4, one of the pieces that you don't have in that structure deck coming out, where you have all the Cyber Dragon stuff and new support for it, and it really easy to get stuff. So a lot of the casuals might have gone to grab this card, but it's also the ABC players preparing for a new format. And as we see over here, 775, 777, it's been going up pretty consistently over time. I believe Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles actually restocked at $5 and sold out as well. We have Grinder Golem going super hype. It's at the, let's see here, I want to say, yeah, $18, $20 mark here again. I could have sworn there was one. Yeah, there's an unlimited at $18 with the 3. So the super's actually gone down in price. But the common here is actually chilling at $15 now instead of $10. This is just a simple quantity thing. There's not many. People are going to be picking bulk, finding these, really happy with their finds. But for now, it's super, super hype. And GCD's actually been showing off stuff with it, I believe, on streams. And he said you can make Curios and a Firewall Dragon that's used its bounce effect with just Grinder Golem, getting 4 Oxchick Mills along the way. Golem searchable with Magical Contract Door. Also, wonder if Golem will be strong enough for people to run that card. So you actually have a card that can search him out and then build the craziest fields. You add a spell card from your hand to your opponent. So this is a neg one in order to add a level 7 or 8 Dark Monster from your deck to your hand. That's pretty nuts in my opinion. I really like it personally. What do you guys think of that, though? I personally think it's pretty dang good, but again, it comes at a high cost. It just depends how high Grinder Golem is. And then Fairy Tale Luna is sitting really low for the supers. You might want to pick yours up now. It's even been pushed at the front of TCG Player before. I personally think it's a great card to have a playset of, period, and be ready for, you know, whatever may come. But it has infinite loops with Grinder Golem, and I think that's very important. At least moving forward, it will if Konami doesn't take care of it. So again, thanks for watching today's Market Watch. What did you guys think of Synchros going haywire, BA going haywire? I think that's the first natural 2 steps, besides perhaps Lightsworn hype with that Link monster, but we haven't really seen much movement with the Lightsworn camp. But it's definitely going crazy, and of course, YCS hype. People have to get their cards now if they want to play in those big events. Thanks for watching, guys.